Hi, my name is Maddie. While completing this project, I have learned how important it is to know what you want and need to say in memos or other things that you are sending via the computer. There was a lot of information that I wanted to include in my memo, but I needed to figure out what was most important and what would get my point across the fastest and simplest so that the people receiving the memo would understand. It was important for me to understand who I was sending my memo to. In this case, it was my boss and possibly other coworkers. This meant I needed to be professional, but I also could use medical jargon due to the fact that my audience would understand it. If I was talking to people that did not know what medical jargon and did not work in the healthcare field, like patients, I would not be able to use medical jargon because they would not understand. So it's very important that I know who I'm sending my memos to so that I can designate what I'm talking about to the people that I am sending it to. On future projects, I would improve how I used my sources. I think I did an okay job by citing and using my sources correctly because in previous English classes we learned and focused on how to cite sources and how to use APA. But I could do a better job of integrating them into my paragraphs by saying what the person said and why they said it and why it was important to my project. The course outcomes were met during this class and portfolio project because we were able to learn how to analyze situations and audiences. As I said before, it's very important to know who you are sending things to. We also learned how to properly write a memo and make it professional and clear about the topic. This is important because when you state everything in the first memo, there's no questions asked, so that it doesn't make it confusing for the receiver. The institutional outcomes were met because we were able to upload our projects to the discussion board and discuss with our classmates about what we did well and what we needed to work on more. This is very important and nice because having other people's input about what we were doing right or wrong can improve our project greatly. What we learned in this class will help us in the future because a big part of healthcare is communicating with coworkers, patients, and management. What we learned about memos and how to write a complaint letter properly will help us to know how to talk to people in a professional manner. I think knowing how to write a complaint letter is very important because you don't want to sound mean, but you want to get your point across so that they understand what went wrong. We will use much of what we learned in this class in our future careers. Problem solving is a very important workplace capability. I chose this because in healthcare or any career for that matter, you will encounter problems. Some problems will be big and some will be small, but you will need to know how to solve them regardless. It is important to learn how and what you can solve on your own and what problems you will need to ask for help. It is important that you know that it is okay to ask for help and ask for clarification if you are ever confused. In nursing, lives are at risk, so having good communication with other nurses and doctors is very important, and you will need to be on the same page. It is very important, especially for doctors that write badly or confusingly, that you call them and ask them for clarification even if you are bothering them. If you don't understand, you want to call them again so that you get the right information because you do not want to hurt somebody or injure somebody or make a problem for somebody just because you were a little bit confused. Thank you.